Roman Reigns wants another WWE World Title run. Jey Uso disbands the Usos. Dakota Kai's injury update. Who will induct Triple H into WWE Hall of Fame? Bronson Reed sends a message to Triple H for quietly releasing a former champion. Penta addresses debuting without Rey Fenix in WWE. Why Seth Rollins was really cut from Captain America. Brave New World. When did Jey Uso find out he was going to win the Royal Rumble? Let's dive right in. Jey Uso disbands the Usos. Jey Uso and Jey Uso are heading in different directions ahead of WWE WrestleMania 41. Jey recently won the 2025 Royal Rumble and seems ready to challenge for the World Heavyweight title. Meanwhile, Jey has been stuck in a bit of uncertain booking on SmackDown. Triple H and his team could give Big Jim a boost ahead of WrestleMania. WWE has many top storylines waiting for the show of shows, and Jey Uso could become part of a feud. With Jey Uso not by his side, it's time for Jey to start building himself as a singles star. A solo push could take him to the main event picture. Number 1. Become Solo Sikoa's new partner once the WWE star returns. Solo Sikoa seems to be done with the new bloodline after losing the tribal combat match on Raw's Netflix premiere. Jacob Fatu is in total control, and it looks like Sikoa will be out for a few weeks to reinvent himself. The 250-pound WWE star could return with the street champion gimmick that he used in NXT. A babyface turn could do him some good, and he could unite with Jey Uso. Jey has found all of his WWE success as a tag team wrestler, and he could do well as Solo Sikoa's partner. The two superstars could begin a new tag team, while Jey Uso chases the world title at WrestleMania 41. Number 2. Seth Rollins' rival during Roman Reigns' absence. Roman Reigns will likely be away from the ring for some time after an unsuccessful outing at the 2025 Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins viciously attacked him after the two men were eliminated, and the story could take them to WrestleMania. Jey Uso could be used in the storyline to keep Seth Rollins busy till the OTC returns. This could see the two men have a mini-feud, where Jey could even win a match to get a singles push. The win could further push Rollins down the heel path and force him to turn to his dark side. It would be crucial for him to become a complete villain before he faces a babyface Roman Reigns again. Number 3. Jacob Fatu could use an experienced star in his faction. Jacob Fatu is on the loose after Solo Sikoa seems to have backed off from his bloodline. The Samoan werewolf has already shown what he is capable of during his match against Braun Strowman, followed by his above-average first Royal Rumble outing. His faction could use an experienced hand, and Jey Uso could provide the guidance that it lacks. Big Jim has been part of the Usos and bloodline for a long time, and it would be great for him to join Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa to get back to prominence. A heel turn could do him some, especially while Jey Uso is a top babyface. That could bring the two men face-to-face after Jey Uso wins a world title at WWE WrestleMania 41. Big Jim could use Jacob Fatu to undo his brother in a top title feud. Number 4. Rikishi could return to help his son get more exposure. WWE has used managers to help build certain stars and give them more exposure. Even a megastar like Roman Reigns benefited from Paul Heyman's services to become the WWE legend he is today. Jey Uso could similarly utilize his father, Rikishi's help to get over. Bringing in his father as his manager could benefit him on the road to WrestleMania 41. Rikishi could help Big Jim get all the right bookings heading into WWE WrestleMania 41. The father and sons could even celebrate together at the show if Jey Uso wins the title before Jey Uso attacks his brother. It would be great to see Rikishi take Jimmy's side if he gets into a feud with Jey Uso, who is immensely popular as a solo star. Number 5. Jey Uso could get in the chase for Shinsuke Nakamura's title. Jey Uso is living his dream after winning the 2025 Royal Rumble. Not many would have believed that the Yeet Master could headline WrestleMania someday and challenge for a world title. Jey Uso could also get in the chase for a title leading up to WrestleMania 41. Shinsuke Nakamura is currently falling out of a rivalry with LA Knight for the United States Championship, and Big Jim could challenge him soon. Their rivalry could lead into WWE WrestleMania 41, where both men could compete for the United States Championship. Jey Uso could win the mid-card title at the show, while Jey Uso could finally win a world title for his family. Dakota Kai's injury update. Dakota Kai is almost ready to get back in the ring. After being sidelined with a concussion for the past 2 weeks, it looks like the damage control star is finally close to making her comeback. According to PW Insider, Kai is on the verge of returning, and a source believes she could be back by the end of the month, or even sooner. Kai suffered the injury during a Raw tag team match alongside Sky against Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. While the exact moment of impact hasn't been confirmed, it's believed she took a bad landing from a missile dropkick. WWE's concussion protocol is strict, meaning she's been forced to sit out until fully cleared. This setback kept Kai out of the Royal Rumble, forcing WWE to adjust any potential damage control plans for the event. Now, with her return on the horizon, it remains to be seen where she fits back into the mix. With Dakota Kai nearly cleared, should WWE immediately throw her back into the damage control storyline, or would you rather see her break out on her own? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who will induct Triple H into WWE Hall of Fame? Triple H is finally taking his place in the WWE Hall of Fame, but the big question now is who will induct him. According to The Undertaker, there's only one man for the job, Shawn Michaels. During an appearance on Busted Open Radio after WWE NXT on February 4, 2025, The Undertaker spoke with Bully Ray about Triple H's upcoming Hall of Fame induction. When asked who he thinks will have the honor, Taker didn't hesitate. Shawn, I think it has to be Shawn. Bully Ray followed up, asking if it was a no-brainer for him. I think so, yeah. Triple H and Shawn Michaels' history runs deep, from their days in D-Generation X to their legendary battles in the ring. Michaels even helped shape NXT alongside Triple H, making him a natural pick for the induction. Triple H initially didn't want to be inducted so soon, feeling it would look like he was putting himself in. He told Nick Khan he preferred to wait 3 to 5 years, but the decision was ultimately made for him. Triple H was caught off guard when The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels surprised him at a town hall meeting, leading to the Hall of Fame reveal. Nick and I talked about the Hall of Fame many times, and he would always bring up the fact that, when are we going to put you in? And I would say, not now, because no matter how I do it, it looks like I'm putting myself in the Hall of Fame, and I'm just not going to do that. Now, with his induction set, the debate continues. Will it be Shawn Michaels, or could another legendary name step in to induct the game? Who do you think should induct Triple H into the WWE Hall of Fame? Bronson Reed sends a message to Triple H for UItely releasing a former champion. Bronson Reed has sent a heartfelt message to a 34-year-old star after he was quietly shown the door by WWE sometime last month. Reports suggested that Triple H decided to release Duke Hudson as he supposedly wasn't ready for the main roster. As per the rumor mill, Hudson was let go sometime in mid-January after a nearly 6-year stint with WWE that began in 2019. He had a fairly successful run in NXT as part of Chase University, where he also became a one-time NXT Tag Team Champion, alongside Andre Chase. However, their reign lasted merely 21 days. Duke Hudson hadn't been active in the ring over the last few months, with his last televised match going down way back in September 2024. After reports of his release emerged, it was also noted that since all roster cuts are made by Triple H, the WWE Chief Content Officer took the decision to release Hudson. Soon after, Hudson publicly confirmed his release with a video on X/Twitter, which quickly led to an outpouring of support. Bronson Reed, who's currently on a hiatus due to injury, shared a few heartfelt words for his fellow Australian. "He will forever be one of my guys. Stand tall," wrote Reed. Penta addresses debuting without Rey Fenix in WWE. Penta made his much-anticipated debut on the January 13th edition of Monday Night Raw, and since then, he has truly shown the world that he is already a massive superstar in WWE. Many fans wanted him to be a tag team with his brother Rey Fenix in WWE, and now Penta has addressed not being with Fenix in WWE at the moment. In an interview with Shaq Wrestling, Penta was asked about joining WWE without his brother, Rey Fenix, and how he has adapted to wrestling as a singles star. He explained that his style as a solo competitor is more aggressive, intense, and influenced by different wrestling styles from around the world. When teaming with Rey Fenix, the dynamic changes, becoming more fast-paced, high-flying, and special in a different way. Despite the contrasts between singles and tag team competition, Penta expressed confidence and comfort in both roles. "I feel very comfortable because, as just myself, I'm more aggressive in the ring. More violent, more Shakespearean, more of a different style from around the world. But when my brother is with me in a tag team, it's different. More dynamic, more special, more high-flying, that's the difference. But I feel comfortable in both styles." Rey Fenix's situation in AEW has created a lot of debate, with many criticizing Tony Khan for keeping him under contract for no reason whatsoever, as Khan added injury time to Fenix's contract. It was also reported by the Wrestling Observer newsletter that Rey Fenix was exploring ways to get fired by AEW. As Dave Meltzer stated, "I think right now Fenix is looking at being fired," adding that WWE and AEW contracts have similar clauses allowing extensions for missed time. Even though Penta has succeeded as a singles star, many WWE fans are still excited about the possibility of him reuniting with Rey Fenix. Their amazing teamwork and high-flying moves made them one of the most exciting tag teams in wrestling before Penta joined WWE. Would you rather see Penta continue his singles run, or do you think WWE should bring in Rey Fenix for a tag team reunion? Why Seth Rollins was really cut from Captain America. Brave New World. Seth Rollins was supposed to be part of Captain America, Brave New World, but when the final cut was locked in, he was nowhere to be found. Now, director Julius Ona has finally explained why Rollins' role was scrapped, and it all came down to reworking the Serpent Society's presence in the film. Speaking with comic books Chris Killian, Ona made it clear that Rollins' absence wasn't about performance, but about shaping the right tone for the movie. When you're taking characters like Serpent Society from publishing, who, as you know, are individuals dressed up as snakes and have snake-adjacent powers, you're always iterating and trying to figure out the version that totally works best in a movie like this. As the film evolved, so did the cast. When Giancarlo Esposito became available, Ona said it was a no-brainer to bring him into the MCU. I love Seth. Seth's incredible. But as we were evolving and we knew we had an additional photography period, just one that we did early on in the process that's planned, we were trying to figure out, hey, who's somebody that can bring a very specific kind of gravitas that works with this tone? Esposito, known for his intense, commanding presence in shows like Breaking Bad and The Mandalorian, was exactly what Ona was looking for. When Giancarlo became available, it was such a no-brainer. I have a very particular history with him. He's iconic for working with Spike Lee. I interned with Spike Lee when I was 19 years old. Of course, fans have been fan-casting him for a long time in the MCU, so it's really about making sure that all the elements worked in the grounded tone and vision that I have for this film. As we evolved and iterated, Giancarlo just made sense. What a blessing to have in this film. Rollins had previously confirmed that he wouldn't be in the final cut, despite having filmed scenes. While fans thought they spotted him in the trailer, he shot that down, making sure no one watched the movie expecting to see him. It's a disappointing outcome for the visionary, but this doesn't mean his Hollywood ambitions are over. With his larger-than-life presence in WWE, it's only a matter of time before Rollins lands another big acting role. Would you have liked to see Seth Rollins in Captain America, Brave New World, or do you think Giancarlo Esposito was the better fit? When did Jey Uso find out he was going to win the Royal Rumble? The 2025 WWE Royal Rumble Premium Live event had plenty of surprises, but the biggest was Jey Uso winning the men's Royal Rumble match. Many fans wondered when he was told he would win the match, and now Uso has shared when he found out he would be the winner. While speaking to Daniel Cormier, Jey Uso revealed that he was informed about his Royal Rumble victory midway through the day on Saturday. He recalled being called in along with the last 4 competitors and realizing who he was grouped with. The moment he received the news, he felt a deep sense of humility and excitement. Uso immediately shared the information with his brothers and processed the significance of the moment. Looking back, he acknowledged that he genuinely embraced the opportunity, especially knowing that no one in the arena expected him to be the one to win. I was humbled, man. As soon as they told me it was me, they told me like halfway through the day on Saturday, I was like, man, really? They called in the last 4, and I saw who was with me. I was like, yeah. They let me know, man. And then, automatically, I was like, man. I showed my brothers and they told them what it was. I knew I liked it. I knew I liked it because I knew not one person in that arena thought it was going to be me. Reports stated that Jey Uso was planned to win the men's Royal Rumble as early as January, or possibly even back in December. In fact, even John Cena was very supportive of Uso's win, stating that he deserved it. For now, he is fully focused on his upcoming WrestleMania 41 match against Gunther for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, as the ring general is determined to stop Uso in his tracks. Despite all the negative reactions he received, Jey Uso made it clear he deserves the right to headline WrestleMania 41. Therefore, we will have to wait and see if Uso will triumph over Gunther and become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion when all is said and done. Do you believe Jey Uso has what it takes to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Roman Reigns wants another WWE World Title run. Roman Reigns has dominated WWE as the head of the table for nearly 5 years and held the undisputed WWE Championship for a long time before losing to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. However, it appears that Reigns isn't ruling out the possibility of chasing a world title again in the future. While speaking on the No Contest Wrestling podcast, Roman Reigns was asked whether he had any interest in pursuing another world title reign in the future, as the host said, "By the way, any chance the fans might see you get bored and go after that thing pointing at world title one day if we're trying to lift the value?" In response, the tribal chief of WWE stated that if WWE wanted to elevate the value of its championships, they know whose waist the title belongs on, hinting that he doesn't rule out chasing after a world title in the future, saying, "You know what waist it's supposed to go on, so yeah." Roman Reigns is currently on hiatus from WWE television following Seth Rollins brutally stomping Reigns multiple times at the Royal Rumble Premium Live event, taking credit for the same. In reality, WWE simply announced an injury for Reigns to explain his current hiatus from television, rather than him actually suffering any serious injury. Nevertheless, we will have to wait and see when Roman Reigns will decide to go after another world championship, as many fans feel it is about time the head of the table holds championship gold once again. With Roman Reigns teasing another world title run, could he be eyeing a rematch with Cody Rhodes, or will he set his sights on the World Heavyweight Championship?